Okay, 158, right? Did he leave to go put the thing
I
on?
can't wait till we do. Was it 169, 189, 369? No. What's Ray's number?
The
619.
619.
Oh no, that'll
No.
take forever. I thought somebody had a number that was like one something. No,
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 no.
no. We only getting the 619 if we get like sponsor money, like money.
There's
Like
only
quit
one.
my day job money.
There's
Like
only one podcast I know that's reached like the 700s, and that show's been on since like 2005.
that's too much.
Yeah, that's a lot of podcasts.
That's a lot of damn podcasts.
DD,
Did
you
you
want to
hear
sit?
about our new sponsor?
Yes, I did. I haven't heard if we can go live with it yet, but yes.
What is
I'm
it?
so excited.
Specs Liquor?
Yes, I know you are.
That's
Close, actually.
Oh snap!
It's a wine company.
Oh, okay. Alrighty, Don. Did you hit the button?
Yeah, I have.
We should we should really do like Rashani and like record our pre-shows and then like make people pay to listen to them.
struggle.
Yeah, what's up with you? Last week you were perfect though.
Last week I was on 3 different devices because he talked so damn much they kept dying, so I had to like switch off what was on the charger.
Oh, Lord.
That's why I didn't hear when Sam made that little shady comment because I was switching devices.
Oh, about the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alrighty. So, what is your name? Siri, Alexa. What is it?
Simi.
Okay, I'm sorry, Simi.
It's not okay, Sammy. You tell him you better learn her name.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't hear you, Simi.
It's like
Can you hear me now?
There you go. There you go.
Semi-pro. No, semi-pro,
I think it's like
semi sober.
Semicolon.
Semicolon. Was it Semi the dude from Coming to America?
That's what I always tell people.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 158. Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to the WrassleCast. This is episode 158. I'm told. I'm Samuel Kalunga. With me, as always, is the awesome Don of the WrassleCast, Mr. Don DeLorente.
Good evening, folks. Welcome to the WrassleCast.
And, of course, joining us is the sensational Didi Janae.
Hey.
And also, we have a special guest, apparently from our lost episodes, Miss Semi.
Hey.
So, Semi, like what we always do with you guests, is we have them do their origin story, how you got into wrestling, who got you into wrestling, and all that good stuff.
I was on once before though.
On the lost tapes, yeah.
No, before that. The Lost Tape was my second episode.
Oh, see, Don, I was not informed of this.
Oh, booking error. Sorry.
Yeah. All right, back to the territory for you. Okay, so since everyone's already heard your origin story, let's just go right into some news. All right, so Didi, you might like this because you're into all these types of things.
Okay.
The show Wags, aka Wives and Girlfriends, has a new cast member. 2 new cast members, actually. I don't know about new, but no, she's been on there before. Kelly was on there before.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a new cast member, Miss Brandy Rhodes, aka Ian Styles. Is joining the show.
Who?
Cody Rhodes' wife.
Oh, her? Why?
I don't know.
She seems boring, no?
Her blogs are really boring. I mean, her vlogs are really boring. I only watch them because sometimes she pops up in bikinis.
I mean, she's a pretty gal. And I'm sure she looks great in a bikini, but I don't imagine I would want to hear her speak.
She's
like,
pretty.
Not...
She's like kind of like you hit this, you might fall asleep. Like it's like if Baron Corbin came out.
Oh, come on.
I like Baron Corbin now. He was good on Talk is Jericho.
Boring Corbin.
He's not that boring. I think Corbin's problem is he's like actually an asshole, like in real life.
You're finally catching on. You're finally catching on.
Yeah, like I think that's the issue. And it's like there are some assholes who are like charming, and there's some assholes who are just assholes. Like Kevin Owens is a charming asshole. I think Baron Corbin's just a straight up asshole, and I think that's like it's hard to work with that. He's doing his best, I think.
He should give a participation trophy.
You tried. You and that hairline.
Oh no.
No,
Just needs a beanie. Fine.
Okay, so are we moving on from that? Are you gonna watch Didi?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I don't even watch Total Divas. Certainly not gonna watch Wags.
Okay, so WWE has revealed the official rules for NXT's War Games, and they actually changed it up for the better. Only because like the way they had it was like really stupid. But okay, so of course, as you're all familiar with War Games, there will be a steel cage surrounding 2 rings. A member from each team will start the match where they're being. With the one difference is they're going to be shark tanks, shark cages near the entranceway that the other wrestlers are put in. It's a little different, but whatever. I'm good with it. After 5 minutes, the remaining 2 members from one team will be let out of their shark cage and into the ring. Following that, there'll be a 3-minute period until the next team's wrestler are let in. There will then be a final 3-minute period until the last team members are allowed to join the match. The big difference is this match can be won by pinfall or submission once all the teams have fully entered. In the past, it was submission only. So, Don, what do you think of these new rules? Do you think it adds some suspense to the match?
It'll probably be better seen than actually hearing you talk about it, but I'm excited. I'm very excited to see how the Shark Tanks play out with the wrestlers kind of locked in the cages together or whatever. So that's a little different twist. Whereas before, they would be on the outside of the cage waiting by the door, so on separate ends. So I guess that'll keep everybody from breaking out into a big brawl. So,
right.
I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to hear your live report, in a couple of weeks. And hopefully, you can get a good video of the cage coming down that we can put on the Tumblr page and, share on Twitter.
We'll see. But yeah, I will be there in that wretched city. But that's neither here nor there. Roman Reigns not currently medically cleared. So, he's not going to the European tour. And of course, on Friday, hold on. Triple H basically took his spot in the Shield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you see that picture, Didi?
Mm-hmm.
So the current projection is for Reigns to return on the November 13th Raw show in Atlanta. So that could happen. Let's see. Okay, nothing there that we don't already know from watching Raw. So WWE is on a little little fall cleaning here. So it was announced that Emma, Darren Young, and Summer Rae had been given the pink slip. What do y'all think of this?
I'm sad for Emma. I like her. I don't care about those other 2. Got it.
Summer Rae was talented. Summer Rae and Emma, unfortunately, are like a package deal. So,
are they?
Yeah, because they had their best success on the main roster when they were together.
They did?
The little bit of time they were.
You have to understand that I don't recall the time that Summer was successful at anything besides being annoying.
The Rusev angle?
Oh, yeah.
She fought Lana?
Summer? Sort
but
of.
they never even had a match though, right? They just kind of
Yeah.
She came out and she said, I heard a rumor that Summer was over. But no, I'm sad only because we're never going to get another reunion of Emma and Dana. Again.
Well, Dana was running for her job a couple of weeks ago. Looks like she made it. So yeah, apparently Summer Rae is gonna have another go at it. She's gonna, I
don't know. I mean, she might end up on Impact as like Autumn or something. I don't know.
Oh my god! Like, what if she showed up everywhere as different months? Like, if she was in ROH as winter.
Yeah, she can't be in Impact. She can't be on Impact as winter because it was already winter.
Don't nobody remember that.
I remember. Katie Birchall remembers.
Oops.
You're not a wrestling fan, Deidre.
I'm clearly not, because I don't know who you people are talking about. I feel like y'all just make things up because you know I don't know no better and I can't
We
fact check
should really
it.
do that with Dee one day. We should like give like 3 real wrestlers' names and then mix in a fake one.
But for the fact that I Google, I probably would be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
We should play the wrestlers game. You know what that is, Dee?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so you start with the alphabet. So you say a person whose last name starts with like an A. So you would say Chris Adams.
Oh, so Kurt Angle. And then you say Bob Backlund. And then you say...
Oh, God, she's stuck already.
Shut up. Oh, yeah, that nigga. John Cena. And then you say Doink the Clown. And then you say...
I actually have a pretty good one for F. If you're ever stuck on F, remember Fifi the Maid.
That is so random. Like, you could have made that up, and I'd be like, oh, okay, sure.
That's Ric Flair's current wife.
Oh. The Fifi the Maid.
She was his maid. Insulting. She was his valet, Fifi the Maid, and now she's his real life wife.
She was his valet, or she was his maid? Those are two different
things. She was valet.
Things.
She was a maid on TV.
Oh, on TV. I thought she meant like she was like Griselda in the house. Oh, his actual
maid.
Yeah.
No. It's not Hazel, okay?
That would have been kind of cool.
No, her character was Fifi the Maid. She was his valet.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's interesting. I told you, I'm having champagne.
Champagne?
All right. Yes. You know, when you're classy, that's how you say it. All right. So we'll do that next week because I clearly need time to prep because I don't know these people's names.
I'm really shocked at like I won't be surprised.
Kobe King. Oh, Big E. Big E.
Big E.
Big E.
So I'm waiting for Irma to arrive in the Impact Zone. ERMA.
Oh, that's terrible.
So so that happened. I think that's it for the news, unless you got anything else.
Nah, not really. Just I don't know what they're shooting for, but Jericho and Kenny Omega, they've been going back and forth for about a week and a half on Twitter.
Apparently that's a work.
Yeah, they're gonna end up maybe doing something together, hopefully. So that'd be cool.
At the cruise, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's like a whole year away. So
is it really?
Yeah.
I thought it was like the way everybody keeps talking is like they keep thinking it's like a month away or something.
No.
It's next October or next November, something like that.
Yeah, it's like a year away.
Because I thought about it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did. Imagine all those wrestlers on a boat.
Oh God, you and Seattle Slim will be like castaways or stolen.
Would we? Hell yeah.
We probably mean like baskets and stuff.
It wouldn't feel bad about it at all. And Seattle Slim got a man, and she still be like, "How you doing?"
Okay. So
shout out to the Glow.
Good. Okay. All right. So Monday Night Raw, live from Baltimore. Since they made a Joe Skinny reference. Let's see. The show begins with the entire Raw locker room out on the stage. Kurt Angle comes down for his boring 20-minute promo. He addresses them all from the ring. He apologizes and takes full responsibility for what happened last week. Stephanie McMahon comes out and emasculates Kurt because what else would she do? She threatens his job, makes him the team captain of Team Raw, and says that she expects results at Survivor Series. After the commercial, Kurt is escorting Stephanie to a limo. She dresses him down some more and then leaves. Just as she's leaving, another limo pulls up and hits Miz and the Miz Taraj. Kurt catches Miz up on what happened. Miz is appalled that Kurt would get rewarded for being a bad GM. Kurt calls Miz selfish and wanting to know where he was during this hashtag under siege. He tells Miz that he's putting his IC title on the line tonight and that he would have told him who he was facing, but since he wasn't around, it's a surprise. Bailey comes out to no reaction.
Oh,
She's supposed to be what?
poor Bailey.
Oh. She's supposed to face Alicia Fox. Foxy comes out in a sailor's outfit, I guess, because she's the captain of Team Raw. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody else pick up on that?
Captain.
Did anybody else pick up on that, or was it just me?
Yeah, we got it.
It was a corny joke, but it wasn't,
It's right in line with Alicia Fox's character.
I thought it was funny.
It's not like it flew over my head or anything,
She said she's too busy to wrestle tonight and has named an alternate. That alternate is a returning Nia Snacks.
Yes, in a new outfit, a little more
I know.
lace.
Did you see that? I was like, yes. Hashtag creepcast. Let's see. Bailey botches the first move she goes for, a shoulder tackle that went nowhere. People pop for Nia and didn't care one bit about Bailey. I do like the move that Nia did when she rolled right over Bailey and hit her with the leg drop. That was the end of the match. She pinned her 1, 2, 3. Afterwards, Alicia names Nia her first pick for Team Raw. Nia walks up the ramp, and before she can say anything to Alicia, Joey Samoa's music hits and he comes down to the ring. Joey acknowledges the cheer, saying that while some of the people missed him, he did not miss any of them.
And they were shocked.
I know, right? They were
They're
shocked.
like, what? No.
He was upset that no one sent him get will cards or told him that they cared. Didi, why did you not send this man a get well card?
Well, I don't know his address, one, and I don't send cards to married men. So,
oh, okay, look at you.
I like him single, real single.
He says when he beats the hell out of his opponent, he will be pretending it is the Raw audience. Apollo Crews comes out. Cole says that he demanded this match. How? Isn't Joe's return a complete kayfabe surprise? How did he demand this match? Unless it was like in the back when he saw him out there and he's like, hey, I want a match right now with this guy.
I mean, maybe.
Highly possible.
Huh? Oh, highly possible.
Highly possible.
Joe makes short work of Cruz, hits him with the Uranage and the clutch, and that's all she wrote. A guy in the crowd has a I'm a Don Tony guy, which is a reference to the Don Tony and Kevin Castle show.
What?
It's a podcast.
Okay.
That I haven't listened to in like 5 years. No, I legit haven't listened to this show. I didn't even know this song.
Hey. That's that good shade. Mm-hmm.
Trust me, they don't care.
I know, but it's fun anyway. Be like, yeah, that show. Haven't listened to it in half a decade. Flips head.
So, well, apparently it's a big deal. That I have no idea. I don't know. Let's see. So at one point during the match, Joe threw his gun at Titus. Titus gets in the ring after the match and wants a piece of Joe. Joe pretends to leave, and when Titus goes to check on Apollo, turns his back. Did you see this?
So disgusted.
What is the one thing you don't do?
Don't turn your back on me, Mufasa.
There you go. He turns his back on Joe. Joe puts the clutch on Titus, and that was it.
And that's what he gets. Because why would you turn your back on that man in his multicolored shorts? Why would you do that?
Why they got Titus Worldwide taking so many L's lately, man? They was doing so good in like August.
But my thing is, you can get your ass beat by Samoa Joe if that's what we want to do. But you mean to tell me this black man, football player, is a Q, so went through whatever they go through to be that, and he just gonna turn his back on the dude he was just staring down? Like, you trying to tell me Titus ain't never been in no real people fight? Like, you don't turn your back. Like, if anything, Joe just moves a little quicker than he anticipated and gets his ass beat that way. But like, just to turn your back, like, yeah, I know you won't jump me. What?
Sammy, what is your opinion on this here?
I miss Samoa Joe so much. And Titus.
Did you let him get well card? Did you check up on him?
What?
Did you write him get well cards and check up on him?
Well, No, I don't have
Mhm.
his. I don't have his.
Exactly.
I'm
Mhm.
sure some stalker out there has it on lock somewhere.
I'm sure a lot
I
of people
thought
know where
about
he
it.
lives.
Yeah, she thought about it. See, Dee
I think a lot of people know where he lives. It has come to
You
my
guys are not,
conclusion that stalker
you
people
guys are not supposed to
know.
know. Come on.
Stalker people know where famous people live. I don't know how they know, but they know.
I know where
I'm not
somebody.
going.
I know where I know where somebody lives, but it's only because I found it by complete accident.
Is it a guy?
No, it's a. I'll tell you later.
Oh, then I don't care. I was going to say, well, is he single? Like, it's a.
I'll tell you later.
Is it a wrestler?
Yeah.
It's a woman.
Yes.
It's Lita.
No. No. God. Why? No. It's disgusting. So the Miz comes out for his title defense. His opponent is Matt Hardy, who seems to have cut his hair. Cole mentions that Hardy has never held the IC strap. Apparently, JoJo is back. I don't know if you'll notice her. Donna's like, she's damaged goods.
No, I didn't even notice JoJo this week because I was figuring that she was still underneath the weather. So good for
She's
her.
underneath something.
Still hashtag say yes to JoJo. The spell is what she's underneath. The spell.
Right. So Matt goes for the twist of fate early, but Miz slips out of it. It's a pretty standard match after that. They tease Matt winning a few times, even letting Matt drop an elbow on Miz for the 2 count. It's a side effect after escaping the skull crushing finale because nothing. Matt hits a moonsault on Miz, but again, nothing. Matt hits the twist of fate, but Miz rolls under the bottom rope. Miz hangs him over the bottom rope, hits the skull crushing finale, and retains the title. Good back and forth at the end, but in the middle it was just complete average. So you think they're trying to set him up for a solo Hardy run as a champion of some kind?
Well, I don't know about a champion, but they got to
Not
set
the
him up.
champion, setting up for like a title run of some sort.
I don't know. Maybe he might get a tag team partner and they go for the tag team titles while uh, Jeff is recovering because he's going to be out for a while.
Right.
So or they may break him.
He might get broken. Right. So backstage, Alexa Bliss is trying to butter up Kurt Angle, saying he needs to replace Mickey James with some newer talent, like someone from the Mae Young Classic, or in fact, think up Mae Young herself. Kurt gets mad, says that at least Mickey fought during #Under Siege, and that she is going to defend her title tonight against Mickey. Asuka takes on LC, aka local competitor Stacey Cullen. Asuka beats the crap out of LC, gets her in the Asuka lock, and that's all she wrote. Now, was LC's costume Mickey James? Is that her costume for Halloween? Because it sure looked like it.
No.
Did you see what she was wearing? Like, go back and look at it. She was like on some Mickey James shit.
She tried hard though. Got to give Stacey Cullen the badge of courage award for actually, getting in there and getting squashed by Asuka. She did something Emma was afraid to do.
Okay, Leo Rush, calm down. Did you hear about what Leo Rush said?
Yeah. I don't see the non-truth in it. Do you know what he said?
No, what did he say?
He said, I guess that's what happens when you're not ready for Asuka.
No.
They thought it was in poor taste, so he got a lot of heat in the locker room at NXT.
Wait, he said, I guess that's what happens when you're not ready for Asuka.
About
Emma.
Fired.
Who said that?
This guy named Leo Rush.
Who him?
Real short. He took a pic. He took a famous picture with Topanga.
What does he do?
He's in NXT now.
He was an ROH guy for a while.
He doesn't have the range. You can't talk your shit till you've been on the main roster, boo. You don't.
Dude is like super hella short.
When he's little too. So that means Vince is never gonna believe in him, and he's gonna be squashed by Kalisto.
205 guy squash match.
Well, why would he feel like he should do that? That's so crazy.
Because it's Twitter and he just posts whatever the fuck he thinking.
That's real cute until they call you on it, and then you
This
gotta
is true.
explain yourself.
This is true, and this is what happened to him. And so, he's had the spotlight on him this week.
Oh well,
Yeah, oh well.
that's what he gets.
So apparently,
He'll learn.
LC was Casey Catal, indie wrestler from Jersey. So yeah. Kurt Angle sees Daniel Bryan backstage, freaks out, and alerts someone on the walkie-talkie that SmackDown is here. They're here. And after the commercial, Daniel Bryan claims he had no idea the hashtag Under Siege was going to happen. Kurt says he doesn't believe Daniel, and at Survivor Series, he's going to bring it to the SmackDown roster with his medals or something.
I don't believe
D-
Daniel either, to be honest.
I'm telling you,
D-
he's joining Kevin Owens in them.
Yes, sweetheart.
he Kurt Angle looked like Joe Clark screaming on the walkie-talkie.
He did.
No, you didn't.
He did, because he's got that ambiguously raised tan right now. So yeah, it worked out.
That was funny.
See, this on the heels of the death of Robert. What's his face?
Guillaume.
Oops.
I never knew how to say his last name.
Yeah, it's like he's Haitian or something. It's French.
Yeah.
Guillaume. Fancy as fuck.
Benson.
Benson was my dude. I like Rafiki because he cracked old boy in the head with the stick. Yeah.
I remember him from Sports Night.
Yeah.
Sports Night.
Yeah.
It's here. So Kurt tells Daniel to stay in his office until he can figure out what to do. Kurt isn't exactly winning any Oscars with these performances, by the way. After a recap segment, Daniel Bryan is on the phone in Kurt's office. Dean Bryan is on the phone with someone talking about the situation. Could it be Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn? What are your theories? Could it be Shane McMahon?
Who's on the phone with?
Yeah. Could it be his wife?
Simi. Who do you think is on the phone with?
I thought it was Brie Bella. Who else would it be? I don't know.
No,
I was just mad
he leaves the house to get away from her. That's the thing.
He is not John Cena. That's right, Sammy. It's a different relationship.
He married her. They got a baby.
Donald, what is your theory?
I'm thinking maybe it was Shane.
What about you, Deidre?
Shane. Yeah, I'll go with Shane.
All right, so the lights go out suddenly and we cut to commercial. After the commercial, Daniel is still on the phone in the dark. Would you be more concerned about you're in the dark?
I would just go turn the light on. I don't know why.
I just go to the light switch and turn it on. Right?
Yeah, like I know where the light switch is. It can only be but by the door. Like that's where light switches are. They're by the door. So you go to the door and you rub your hand until you find the light switch. It's not rocket science.
It would be more. It would be more believable if they come back from commercial and he was doing that.
And he was like fumbling for it and talking like I can't find this fucking light switch, but he's just like I'm in the dark. Like he's just gonna stay there.
Phones have flashlights on them now.
Dude, phones have fucking flashlights. I didn't even think about that.
I mean, you keep cutting out and we can't really hear you. Okay, so Kane emerges from the shadows and beats up Daniel in the dark, allegedly. Shady ass Booker T. Daniel Bryan got what he deserves. Is it just me or has he been like super petty lately?
Who?
Booker T with his commentary.
Yeah, they all seem to be a little different nowadays. They're weird. I don't think they can establish like what they want to be.
Because at TLC he was just talking major shit about Craig.
Past shit. And he don't sound like he like Michael Cole, which I appreciate.
Well, Michael Cole throws it right back at him though, which is funny. Talking about we go cost TV Ray to give him props or something. Okay, so Finn Balor comes out. He and Cesaro have a match. Sheamus tries to interfere. Then he seems distracted by the back and forth, but Finn eventually takes out Sheamus and gets the win, giving a double stomp to the back of Cesaro's head, neck, something.
This was a great match. This was for a TV match. Yeah. They could do this like every week, and I don't think I would get tired of seeing these two guys wrestle. So that's why Cesaro should be the champion because he can have a great match with anybody.
Okay, so after the match, Kane came out and he and Finn get into it. Kane gets the upper hand, tombstones him on the stage.
Non-possible. Kane is 87.
What's Kane's problem? Why is he so like intent on beating people up? Go away.
Because they're setting him up for Braun.
Well, why you gotta bury Finn?
I know, that's, yeah. Let's see, he gets in the ring, waits for Seth Rollins. Don, you were going to say something?
Oh, I was just gonna say that's just WWE being terrible at booking.
Yeah, so he gets in the ring.
They could just hire us. I don't know what the problem is.
So he gets in the ring and waits for Seth Rollins. The match begins and Kane gets the upper hand after cutting Seth off when he tries for a suicide dive. Commentary talks about their previous feud during the days when they were in the Authority together. Sheamus and Cesaro at ringside looking on. Seth tries to take Kane off his feet with continuous dives to the outside. But during the final time, Kane swats him away and regains the momentum. Seth helps Dean on the outside with the bar. He tries to springboard himself back in the ring, but Kane catches him with a choke slam, and that's all she wrote.
Murder, she wrote.
So after the match,
Murder, she wrote. I'm sorry.
Dean hits Kane with the dirty deeds. Kane sits up. The bar comes to beat up Ambrose. The segment ends with Kane tombstones Dean Ambrose in the center of the ring. Seth throws himself on Dean, but Kane catches him and gives Rollins the same move. And that's why they ended the match on a choke slam and not a tombstone, just so he could do it to both men afterwards.
Do it to both men.
Look at you.
Giggity.
So I guess the lights come back on now, and the EMTs and Jimmy Noble are helping Daniel Bryan onto the stretcher. The Miz is backstage with the Miztourage, and they walk into the Miz's dressing room. He finds a garbage bag in the room. Miz realizes right away that Braun Strowman is here. Odella says that they're here now and they have his back. Miz admits that now he's a little worried. Shade. He threw shade to his own dudes. So Miz later finds Kane backstage. He tells him about the bag of garbage he received, that if it's possible that Braun is back. Kane says that Braun knows where to find him, and then he tells Miz that he's on his own. Okay, so trick or street fight. What was your opinion on this before we get into it?
Oh my gosh.
I thought it was stupid fun.
Really? These guys are the 5-time IWGP Tag Team Champions, and they're fucking wrestling with pumpkins on their head. Are you freaking kidding me? Hashtag make the Good Brothers great again.
Yeah, they weren't the Good Brothers. They were Tex Ferguson and Chad Too Bad.
Oh, that sounds awful.
I don't know who you're talking about, Donald. So, let's see here. They were against Heath Slater as Santa and Mrs. Claus. Is that what they were?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they were pumpkin pie.
It's so disgusting.
Bobbing for apples, skeletons, candy, pumpkins, and kendo sticks painted as candy corn.
Ugh.
The match ends when Too Bad and Ferguson put on pumpkin heads, but Ferguson puts his own backwards. Too Bad goes for a pumpkin head, but off the second turnbuckle on the Rhino, who's on a table. Rhino moves, puts Too Bad through the table. Ferguson, wearing his pumpkin head backwards, thinks his team was won after the bell. This was dumb, but I had fun watching it.
I did not.
You did. Hey, it's not my fault. You have no joy in your life.
This was joyless.
Yeah, I didn't like this either. I'm with you, Simi. I didn't like it at all. I was like, just for the sake of gotta have something silly because it's Halloween. Yuck.
The Strowman tease was better Halloween stuff than this match.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, don't forget Strowman debuted as a dancing moron.
But he's a beast now. We forget about that.
Okay, so Miz approaches the bar backstage, just like Dee Dee did. They say there's no way. They say, they say there's no way Strowman could have recovered from being compacted in just 1 week. Cesaro talks to his mouth guard again. Just like Kane, the bar tells Miz he's on his own. And there's yet another segment with the goddamn drifter. This time he has a new guitar.
Don't hate on the bay.
Hey. He writes and sings a song about Jason Jordan. Jason Jordan comes down and shows off his bruises. Jordan gets into the ring. They fight. Jordan gives him an overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Elias bails, but forgets his guitar. Jordan destroys it, and somewhere Jeff Jarrett is weeping.
In rehab?
Oh, no, he's weeping because he has no drugs.
Oh, see, that's way worse than what I said. I was just joking.
So, Enzo comes down.
You can always expect Sam to take it over the cliff.
She's going out to my rehab. That wasn't even where I was going. I was just saying he's like someone.
I know, but it was the easy joke. Then you're like, it's drugs.
It's like serve, volley, overhead smash.
Hey, he put it over the plate, and I had to knock it out of the park.
I mean, absolutely, you did. You done good, kid.
Okay, so Enzo comes down, and I fast forwarded. More stuff with Miz and the Miztourage. Kurt Angle won't let him leave until the end of the show, like he's Bill Watts or somebody. And Don, please tell me you got that.
Yes, but it's more like your boss when you be trying to leave an hour early on payday, okay, and you think you're about to make it, and then all of a sudden they just pop up out of nowhere.
And see, I wrote on here, if you don't understand that, she's too young for you, bro. The Bill Watts joke.
Yes.
Okay, so Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James for the Raw Women's Championship. Alexa was wearing overalls that say "Bad Gal." During the match, the asshole crowd starts chanting CM Punk. Anyway, Alexa gets the pinfall after a quick right hand that floored Mickie. And so the Miz and the Miztourage are heading out of the dressing rooms. He reaches his car and has it loaded up. The three men get into the vehicle. The vehicle makes a sudden jerking stop. We see a red garbage truck. It's a different colored garbage truck, not the same one. Back up and drop trash on Miz's vehicle. And then Brawny the Strowman rises, completely uncompacted.
Completely clean, if we want to be into the details of it.
He's not square. I mean, he got compacted. He jumps on top of the vehicle and gives chase to Miz and Miztourage. Meanwhile, Alexa is celebrating in the ring. Was this like a burial of this match, or I mean, because it's just like let's ignore what's happening in the ring to do this other shit.
What match was this?
See,
I truly didn't remember even when I watched the show. It
was Alexa and Mickie.
Oh yeah, nobody cares. The match mostly ended by the time.
No, it was completely over, but Alexa was celebrating with her title.
But who wants to see her celebrating for over about 7 seconds?
Donald does.
Don wasn't that impressed. Come on.
I'm always impressed.
It wasn't that impressive.
Donald was like,
she wanted me a punch out like her ass was Nia Jax.
The new hands of stone.
Donald was like, wants to know how much of a bad gal she was.
Not only is Alexa Bliss making the DDT great again, she's also the new hands of stone.
Which is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I know y'all was
bullshit.
I know you wanted a title change.
Even if it's not no title change, a punch, Little Miss Gymnast.
That was
really
weird. I thought that was so strange. One little punch knocked.
One punch.
Like
her ass is Nia Jax. Like her ass is hell. Who? Alicia. I could believe Alicia got a one punch knockout in her more than I believe little ass Alexa does.
After everything that Mickie kicked out of, a punch, like word, no.
like y'all have made Mickie James into honky tonk woman with a side of Native American, and you mean to tell me she got knocked out with one punch from a cheerleader?
This is the same woman who survived the fall off the train tracks.
Your storyline don't make sense.
She died on TV. She couldn't take a punch.
Nope, she sure couldn't
I
because
guess
she
they're
was
trying to say
out
because she an old
cold.
lady, she got brittle bones. Like, is that where we're going with
Oh,
this? Like, what are we doing?
Glass chin.
right.
This is ridiculous.
Her chin is sponsored by what's that?
I'm glad they took over because that one punch pissed me off. I was so annoyed.
Her chin is brought to you by Savorsky.
Them not her lines. That's Naomi's line. That's who? The little cat lady. She could do a one punch maybe. But Alexa? Mm-mm.
Were y'all following Naomi on Twitter today? She has a new little friend.
Oh,
Oh,
Alpha.
the fairy, the green.
The little elf on me. The little
Yeah. It's adorable.
ornament. The little ornament.
I would put a Naomi ornament on my tree.
That's what I.
Because my tree is neon anyway.
It's your tree feeling the glow.
It
I
will as
can
soon as
put.
I put it up. As soon as Thanksgiving's over, it's coming up.
So, so Miz and a charging Braun Strowman appear on the stage. Miz Taraj attacks Strowman, but to no avail. Strowman throws Miz around, taking him to the commentary. Tries to set him up for a move, but Miz Taraj fights him off. Bo Dallas goes flying down the ramp in the most comedic way, as does Axel. Meanwhile, Miz is trying to crawl backstage. Strowman catches him, and Miz also goes flying down the ramp. Kind of like that time that they did the Roman Reigns, but this was funnier. Strowman gets Miz in the ring and goes to splash him, and that's where my TV cut off like a bad WCW pay-per-view from 1998. So, Donald, what happened after this?
Basically, Curtis Axel got destroyed. He got power slammed 4 times, 5 times in the ring. Then for the fifth one, Braun Strowman picked him up, walked him up to the announce table, and power bombed him. Power slammed him for the 6th time through the announce table. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was real bad.
Can you imagine what Braun would do to the Singh brothers?
Oh my gosh. I don't want to think about it. I like the Singh brothers too much.
You would throw them across the arena.
Yes, Tarnation and beyond. Simi, are you a Kurt Axel fan?
Not really.
You need to find this address so you can send him some Goodwill cards.
Fine.
He's gonna need them.
Right.
Perfect babe will be fine.
I really need to set my DVR to like 30 minutes after the fact because I just have it set plainly now, and it's cutting off the runoff.
Oh yeah.
Some of it anyway, because this one at least went 8 minutes after. Because I got that Uverse now. Because before I just had DirecTV. So yeah. So that was your Monday Night Raw.
Yay! This was a pretty fun show. All the returns.
That's true. So now we're moving on to that show called SmackDown. Why, Dee?
Because SmackDown matters. This is the show that goes like this. Shane McMahon kicks off the Halloween episode, essentially giving a breakdown of why they decided to invade Raw. Really, it was just a matter of Raw being a whole bunch of red assholes, and Shane felt the need to tell them what's what. And not to, like, you're not just gonna punk me. It was very like SmackDown had middle child syndrome. So they had to go whoop ass to their big brother and or sister. And as Survivor Series, he says the blue brand will look to beat its oppressor. And Shane is going to be the team captain. Ooh. So that's Shane versus Kurt Angle and all their accompanying people.
How do you feel about Shane McMahon being your captain, no captain?
I'm always here for the Silver Fox. Always. In every iteration. I just don't know what he think he's gonna drop off of since it's not like a cage match. Like I don't know what crazy spot he's gonna try to get into this time. Like I guess he's gonna like dive off the stage or some shit because he always does something weird.
Gonna go to dive into the ring.
He might listen. I put nothing past that boy. He crazy. He is super crazy. Okay, so next there was the 2 out of 3 falls match between Bobby Roode and Les Ziggles. If you remember last week, I told you about how Bobby thought it would be a great idea to have this match. So there was a super kick that knocked Bobby Roode out just long enough to get the first pinfall. Bobby evened the odds thereafter. He tossed Ziggles face first into a steel post and then rolled him up for the 3 count. Apparently that happened during the commercial break, but we won't talk about that. There was a series of near falls, and which included like the tugging of the tights, but in the end, Bobby, the glorious Roode, was able to deliver the glorious DDT and pick up the win. That win, if I'm not mistaken, entitled him to be on Team SmackDown.
Yes, it did.
Yes, it did. All right.
And that was their best match they've had so far. That was actually a really good match.
Nice. Well, they're good wrestlers. And Bobby is glorious.
Yes, he is.
Listen, I'm just here for the theme music. Okay, so next.
The rope.
Next, Sin Cara versus Baron Corbin. Sin Cara, while a champion in the locker room area, not quite a winner on the stage, but we'll go through this. Oh, so here's the history. Sin Cara has actually beaten Baron Corbin via countout and DQ. So he's trying to keep that streak going. I guess this time in a more positive manner. Corbin breaks a lockup. He grabs onto Sin Cara's mask. And then Sin Cara eats a big boot to the face. It goes. The fight spills outside. Sin Cara lifted the commentary chair overhead, tossed it at Baron Corbin. And then, shockingly, Baron Corbin escaped through the crowd as the newer, more intense and driven Sin Cara stood tall. So technically, Baron Corbin won via DQ. AKA nobody really won, but Sin Cara looked like a snack on the TV screen. Did we watch that? Did we care? What happened to me?
I said I agree, and I care.
Sin Cara had a flashback, like he went backstage again, started throwing them hands.
I think every now and again, you as a wrestler, that you're not the guy, but you got to let everybody know I could be the guy, and even if I ain't the guy, I can beat your ass.
All I want to see now is like a montage backstage of like Sin Cara training Alexa Bliss how to throw a punch.
Maybe that's what happened. Because the thing of it is, and I know this because I listen to other people's podcasts. Baron is a Golden Gloves like boxer, or at least he was at some point. So I can imagine like he thinking in his head, I'm hot shit. Because again, he thinks he's hot shit. But like Sin Cara beats everybody's ass. So he was probably like, listen, what you're not going to do is punk me. Let's get this real straight.
Corbin wanted no problems. He ran away so fast.
Listen, everybody know what's up about Sin Cara. Have we ever seen Misery?
Yeah.
Are we afraid of mountain roads? Anyway, I digress. It's on now. It's the only reason why I ask. He had 2 broken legs. It's like, you can't do nothing with that. Anyway, next was a promo from Jinder Mahal, and then a match between AJ Styles and Samir Singh. So Jinder says there's nothing to fear tonight because Samir is going to beat AJ Styles. He ends up speaking his favorite language, Punjabi. And then AJ's music comes on. AJ comes down to the square circle. Samir slaps AJ at the top of the match. And then he's tossed around and flattened with the Styles Clash, which is how AJ won. Immediately after the match, Jinder and Sunil attack, laying into AJ and taking advantage of that good old numbers game. And then Mahal delivers 3 straight My notes say Colossus. I don't know if that's how you.
Colossus. Mm-hmm.
Colossus. Sure. To AJ. And that's how that goes. Colossus. I don't know if that's. Yeah. I don't know. Next. Big E versus Rusev. Rusev and Aiden English look to celebrate Rusev Day Tuesday,
It's
squaring off.
Rusev Day. It's Rusev Day.
With context.
What'd you say, Simi?
I said I can deal with Aiden English's singing in this context if it's about Rusev.
Oh, you don't like his singing?
No.
Oh, I like it. I like him. Now that I know he's Eddie Guerrero's son-in-law. It's just like, oh, you're precious.
Okay, that gives him a point.
And it's probably not the smartest way to go. Because, George Zimmerman is the thing. But I tend to trust white people who have ethnic wives. Yeah.
Yeah, just a
So,
little bit.
like, Baron Corbin, he was like, oh, my wife is Spanish. It's like, oh, was she? And it's like, do you mean Spanish, Spanish? Or do you mean she got black hair? But, either way, let's go with this. I think I like you. So, anyway, I like Aiden and his singing. So, Biggie starts off in control. Then the Bulgarian brute sends Biggie into the steel post. There's an onslaught. Big E halts this onslaught with a Uranagi suplex. And then Aiden stands atop the announce table to distract. What? You haven't heard that word in a while.
Get your drink on.
Wow. Only for Aiden to distract Big E. Then Kofi chases after Aiden, who rolls into the ring. The referee turns his attention to Kingston, and Big E plants Aiden with the big ending. That distraction, what? Allows Rusev to blast Big E with a super kick for the win. So that's how that happens. Next, in the best match ever, Nakamura versus Kevin Owens. This is for a spot on Team SmackDown. Kevin's idea is to defeat Shinsuke, set in motion a plan to guide SmackDown to victory, and force Shane to owe him a favor. So, Nakamura gets Owens with a drop kick early. Then he takes over, going to the commercial break. Kevin Owens wears Nakamura down, applying a chin lock, keeping him grounded. He cuts Nakamura off at every turn, but he's getting frustrated. Nakamura fights back, and then Sammy comes out. Owens takes advantage of a what? Distracted opponent. With a roll up. He manages a big frog splash, but only manages a 2 count. Almost directly after Kevin Owens orders Sammy to clear off the commentary, Randy's music comes on, and he makes his presence felt. Dropping an RKO out of nowhere on Sammy. That's not what my notes say. It's Randy. I'm just assuming there was an RKO involved. But inside the ring, Nakamura wins the match via Kinshasa. So Nakamura is on Team SmackDown, which means we get entrance music at the pay-per-view. Woo woo.
If y'all ever want to see like a funny match, go look at Kevin Steen versus Nakamura from War of the Worlds and Ring of Honor. It's really funny because like Steen is like trying to show him how to do the Code of Honor, the Handshake of Honor thing. It's really funny. It's a good match too.
Oh, but we got to talk about the New Day's
costumes.
Yes.
I was at Taco Tuesday, so I didn't see them, but there is a video, and I see that Big E is. Wait! Don't tell me. Wait. Xavier is that boy. Jimmy Hart? Is it Jimmy Hart?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He's skinny. He looked like a youth. And then Big E is
Come on, Didi, you gotta get this one.
No, I don't know who Biggie is.
Oh,
I don't know who Biggie is.
Hakeem, the African
Who
Dream.
was
Oh, and so is
who was
Kofi Cornette? Why is he red?
Brother
close?
Love.
Brother
Who is he?
Love.
Oh, Brother Love. Why is
I
he
know,
red?
because his face is
He's
red.
supposed to be like a southern preacher, and you know how they get all exasperated and red, from preaching and yelling and stuff.
Let me Google Brother Love. I've heard of his name, but I think I thought
He's the one
that
that comes
he
out. Go ahead.
I've heard his name, so I think I thought he was a black man.
No, he's the one that comes on. He's like, I
Oh,
love
he is
you.
red. Oh,
Hey, did you Google Akeem?
Kofi is crazy for that one.
Google Akeem the African Dream. See what you come up with.
Oh
You'll
Lord,
love it.
Kofi is a fool for that one. I love that. Akeem.
AKE.
Oh wait, that's a white guy. That's
Yep.
fucked up. That is so fucked up. His name is George Gray.
The fuck is this shit?
It was
From
like
Spartanburg, South Carolina.
they were making fun of Dusty Rhodes.
I told you Dusty was black. Listen. Oh my god, that is so rude.
His manager was sick.
Yo, the WWE was rude as shit back then.
Back then.
In September 1988, One Man Gang's manager Slick announced that Gang was actually African and planned to re-embrace his roots.
You should listen to his theme music.
An episode of WWF Superstars featured a vignette with Gene Okerlund on location in an American ghetto that was dubbed the deepest, darkest parts of Africa, where dancers dressed as tribal Africans danced and chanted around a fire.
Excuse me?
This vignette received some criticism as the Caucasian Akeem delivered a promo in which he spoke with an extremely stereotypical jive black accent and danced in the style of black ass Dusty Rhodes. I added the black ass. While an African ritual took place in the background. Now you tell me that he has done this to shade Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
And to that I say, that only works if Dusty's black. You're welcome. I told you he was black.
Donald, help.
He's black. He's probably like a quadroon or some shit, but he's black.
I don't have anything to help you with there, Sam. I think she's thought this out.
Listen, you have to understand.
Facts.
This is so fucked up.
See, this is why we need to play these games with Katie, so she can Google this shit.
Yo, that's a white man. He not even Bray Wyatt. He like white. Like
his tag team partner was the Big Boss Man. They were the Twin Towers.
I see now that makes sense. We gonna call him Akeem the African Dream. That sounds like them white motherfuckers in the back found out Dusty was a Negro and was like, "Oh, bet I got something for him." It's so rude. Oh my god!
He's calling One Man Gang over. He's like,
"Oh my
hey,
god!
I got this character for you."
Oh my god! I've heard of Akeem the African Dream. I did not know he was a white guy though. That is amazing.
The more you know.
In the most awful way.
please, at some point, listen to his theme music.
Oh my god.
Do y'all watch Stranger Things?
Yes.
No, I'm gonna get into it though.
So, what did you think about the this week's Fashion Files, Simi?
I was so here for it. It made me so happy because I was like, "Hey, relevance."
Okay.
And I love the Ty Dillinger with 11 known. I'm perfect 10, and then he just left. That was my favorite part.
All right. Yeah, I said I've never seen Stranger Things, so I couldn't rate how good or bad it was. So thank you.
Watch it.
How dare you?
Sorry, sir. Sorry. But yeah, it was SmackDown had a great main event.
You know what? Speaking of which, I'm really surprised on that show when someone's watching TV, they're not watching like a Flair match or something. You know, like because it does take place in like 83, 84.
True.
Anyway, so what's next? Some 205 Live?
No, man, we're going to skip our 205 Live this week. And we're just going to let everybody know that the WrassleCast this week is being sponsored by Audible.com. Once again, you can get a free trial, get a free 30-day trial, and a free download through the WrassleCast and Audible. Go to www.audibletrial.com/WrassleCast.
Would y'all like to know what I've been reading on Audible.com lately?
I would.
I know you got some jokes, TD. Go ahead.
I did, but it's okay. Because you always turn it around on the subject, and you're not nice. So I don't want to I don't want to throw anybody to the wolves with my jokes. So go ahead. What have you been listening to?
You're gonna say some shady shit like Cesar Chavez biography or something.
What's that shady? Why's that shady? Oh, because you're Mexican. Oh.
No, I'm listening to two things actually.
Vicente Fox's biography.
There you go.
There you go.
No, it's a white guy. He's German.
Vincente?
Yeah, he's a German man.
Like ethnically German.
Yeah, I mean he was
but
born
his
and raised
family's
in Mexico.
been in Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's like Giselle Bundchen when people tell me she's Brazilian, but she's clearly German.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of those. Like, yeah, that happens quite a lot, and you don't even realize it.
But I like Vincente. He's rude.
Oh, he's
in
rude.
the way a German would be.
He's always his tweets to
he's a mess. It's amazing. I didn't know he was German. Look at you, Vicente.
Yeah, the last name Fox comes from the word Fuchs or something. Fuchs, which is German.
Oh, how about that?
So anyway, I've been listening to I don't know if y'all ever read this in school. I had to read this in school. The Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. It's narrated, or the guy who does the reading is Joe Morton, which is like Papa Pope, and he does such a great job with it. Like he does like these voices, and it's like he's not reading the book. He's like performing it. It's so great. But like if you ever read Invisible Man, you should give this a listen because it's really great. And you can do that by going to audible.com with our code. What's the code, Donald?
That is audibletrial.com/WrassleCast.
And you can get that for free. Because I've actually purchased that before. And it was like $30. You can get that for free.
Free is such a good number. Vicente has family in Ohio.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Is he related to Alicia Fox?
I doubt it, but but it's possible. Where is Alicia from? The home of horrible weeds?
She's Florida, isn't she?
Alicia.
Oh, goodness.
What?
No, she's legit from Florida.
Her weave is awful. He was talking about me. Yeah, she's from Florida. And her weave is terrible.
Her sister is way cuter.
The blend is suspicious. Christina didn't put a picture on her Wikipedia. She's not trying to win.
She was on Tough Enough, remember? Her sister.
Apparently, that's all she ever did, which...
No, she appeared on Total Divas like once or twice.
But that doesn't count. Her Wikipedia says that's all she's done. So.
Isn't she like a realtor or something now, or a lawyer or something?
Well, that ain't what her Wikipedia says. So again, she's
a something.
Let me tell you what. If I'm famous enough to have a Wikipedia, we're going to keep up with what I do. You know? Like, she's currently in the real estate business. Like, you're going to know. She's licensed in the state of Florida. Like, yes, get my money. Oh, she's a Libra. No wonder her sister is awful. What's June 30th? Isn't that like a Gemini? The other one after Gemini.
I don't keep up with that.
She's my age. She's 31. She a whole ball of crazy. Look at her.
A bowl of crazy.
You just completely missed my shade.
I did. I'm sorry. I can't keep up with everything. I'm being drunk. I'm being nosy. Like it all falls together.
See, now you're wondering how I came across that address.
What
Being
address?
nosy. Being nosy and just
Oh,
Googling
who?
things that
Tell
don't.
us who.
I'll tell you
Can we
later.
play like 20 questions? No, let's make
No,
it fun.
I'll straight up tell you later.
No,
I don't want any
let's play a
litigation.
game. I want to play a game.
Okay, Jigsaw.
Exactly. I'm so glad you got my reference. Um, did she work in the WWE?
Yes.
Is she Canadian?
Let me do some Google real quick. No.
Is she African American?
No.
Is she a Caucasian lady?
No.
No. Is she Latina?
No.
What else is there? Oh, is she Asian?
Uh-uh.
What else is there? A biracial butterfly?
No.
You
Said
said
what
she
else
was.
is there?
She said she black.
No.
What else is there?
God. It'll give it away if I say what she is.
Okay,
You've had all your chances exhausted.
this game isn't fun anymore.
All your questions.
No,
No.
I really shouldn't say on here. I'll tell you later.
Okay, it's not like we know where she lives. We just know that you know where she lives.
No, but
Allegedly.
if you do a little digging, you'll find it.
Oh, nobody's
Allegedly.
a stalker here at the WrassleCast besides me. But yeah, I don't drive, so I can't find her if I wanted to.
So
Okay,
What are we
we'll
gonna say
talk
now?
later.
we're
What
gonna
are we
move
doing
into
now?
some NXT so they can get to their off-air conversation.
I need to
Uh,
start watching it so I can have some kind of reference for war games.
we have Nikki Cross versus T- Tiana Conti. Nikki gets the win. She hits the reverse DDT, then follows that up with the Fisherman's Neck Breaker and gets the win. This was some, rematch for Conti coming down and costing her when she was in the three-way to try to get into the match at Takeover for the title. So this was like her revenge one-on-one match. We had everybody's favorite Mercedes Martinez. She was being interviewed about not winning the Battle Royal last week. She said she was disappointed that she couldn't make it to Takeover. And when they asked her opinion on who was going to win, she said she knew who wasn't going to win, and that was Ember Moon, because Ember can't win the big matches. Ooh.
Shit.
Mm.
We had fit. Oh, go ahead.
I said that's not nice.
We had Fabian Eichner versus Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano hits the running kick and looks for the Gargano escape, but Fabian Eichner counters into a cradle and gets the upset victory over Johnny Wrestling. This was a really good match. Fabian Eichner is a really good wrestler. He's kind of like a big cruiserweight, so he's got a lot of weight and muscle to him, but he can do a lot of cool moves off the rope, high flying stuff. Then we get Drew McIntyre. He meets with Steven Regal and he signs a contract to face Cien Almas at TakeOver. Then we get a video package on Aleister Black and the Velveteen Dream and their feud, and they will officially wrestle now at TakeOver. Then we have the Street Profits. They're outside admiring Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss's Maserati. Of course, they come out and they exchange words with the Street Profits. So it looks like we're building a little something between those two teams. Then we have Drew McIntyre and Cien Almas. They're supposed to come out and sign their contracts, or at least Cien Almas signed his part of the contract. And Cien Almas attacks him. Uh, he gets beat down on the stage. Zelina Vega barking all the instructions, telling, Cien Almas just to be vicious and get him and kick him and stomp him, whatever. So Cien Almas signs the contract. Then Zelina Vega takes the gum out of her mouth, sticks it to the back of the contract, and then they stick that to Drew McIntyre. So that was pretty boss. Then we have the iconic duo. They're making fun of Kari Sane. And of course, Kari Sane shows up on the scene and she threatens them with the insane elbow. And next week, Kari Sane will wrestle Billy Kay. Main event time. We have a rematch for the NXT tag team titles. We have Sanity, Eric Young, and Alexander Wolf versus the Authors of Pain. It all breaks down. Everyone brawls, and the Authors of Pain hit the Super Collider, and then the last chapter. But Adam Cole, baby, and the gang arrive to stop the pinfall, and now we have just total chaos with this big brawl. Killian Dane hits the ring, but he gets cut off, and here comes Roderick Strong. Roderick looks like he's about to join Adam Cole in the gang, showing the armband they gave him. He puts it on, and then he attacks Adam Cole. The Authors of Pain fire back, take out Fish and O'Reilly
Completely
as
unpredictable.
Cole ran away. William Regal then comes down, and then he makes a Sanity versus Undisputed Era and a Authors of Pain in Roderick Strong match for TakeOver. In a match not seen in 20 years, 2 rings, 1 cage, known as the War Games.
The match beyond.
The match beyond. So there's your setup for NXT for why we have the War Games in 2 weeks. Can't wait for Sam to totally mark out in his seat because he's going to the NXT show, ladies and gentlemen. The person who
I'm going to see War Games. So probably for most of the show, I'll probably go walk around or something. I'll stop for the Ember Moon match. That's it.
Yeah, we know, Sam. It's been your deep, dark secret for as long as we've been doing this podcast.
He
You like
loves the
NXT.
NXT. It's really his favorite.
It is not.
Especially since Lucha Underground is not on TV right now. He definitely has to go back to watching more NXT. But that's all good. So yeah, next couple of weeks NXT should be pretty fun. Velveteen Dream versus Aleister Black is going to be phenomenal.
I still have yet to see the Velveteen Dream.
You got to get with it. You got to Google it. Google it right now. So we can.
Out he's a white guy like Akeem the African.
Just want to remind everybody that next Tuesday night, 10 p.m. after SmackDown Matters, we will be having hashtag WooCast as we will be live tweeting the Ric Flair
36
30 for 30 Nature Boy documentary. I went to a screener and it is fantastic. They have some old photos from the beginning of his career, and you'll be like, that's not even the guy that I know. So just some really cool photos, really cool insight into the Nature Boy and what it takes and what it took to be the Nature Boy. So I think everybody will enjoy it when they see it next Tuesday. So join us for the WooCast.
Don, please tell me they play at some point. They play that with a tear in my eye promo. The one of the 92 Royal Rumble.
They maybe because they did a bunch of the montage. I think they did the "It's All Mine" when he went to WWF.
Oh yeah,
but Hulk Hogan actually comes off really great in this. He's one of the kind of the standouts for the things that he has to say in the movie. So yeah, I think everybody is definitely gonna be happy with it when it comes out.
If you've ever seen that promo, ladies and gents, go look that up. It's after he wins the title at Royal Rumble, and he's in the backstage area with Mean Gene and Bobby Heenan and Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect. So, did you Google Velveteen Dream?
No, I can't, because if I try to play it, I'll end up dropping from the call, so I have to wait.
Oh, you just didn't do like a image
search?
No,
I want to see the video. I want to see what's so velveteen about his dream and thing.
Okay.
Like I said I Googled him and I like his snazzy outfit.
Oh, there's a snazzy outfit. I'm very excited about this.
So
You know who else? You know who else had a snazzy outfit?
Tell me.
King the African Dream.
Okay.
So, got anything else you want to add, Sam? That's it, man.
There's this podcast I listen to that like every like episode they had to drop some kind of Brutus Beefcake reference just so they could play his theme song. And like that was one of them. We were talking about like snazzy outfits. He's like, you know who else had a snazzy outfit? And then all of a sudden the Brutus Beefcake theme plays.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, any old reference. He's like, you know who was in the Dungeon of Doom with freaking what's his name? Sullivan. Like, no, who? Brutus Beefcake theme plays.
Yeah, the Zodiac.
The Zodiac. Yeah. So all right. So what was that?
Oh, I was just saying that's it, man. That's all the reviews.
All right. So I guess we can go to shoutouts. We'll start with our guest, Miss Sammy.
I want to give a shout out to you guys for letting me back, even though we lost an episode before. This was really fun, and I really like hosting with you guys. So thanks for having me back.
All right, no problem. And next we're moving on to Dee Dee.
Shout out to Semi. Shout out to Dawn. Shout out to Sam. Shout out to Greg. Classic Mel. Always get shout outs. Shout out to Halloween and everybody I rode with. The pictures
I saw the pictures.
Yeah, they're on the gram. Yeah. Dee Dee Janae had me on a corset. I was out there looking for a husband, people. It didn't quite work, but that's okay.
Did you didn't get anybody to scratch since you were poison ivy? Didn't make anybody itch?
No. I got a free pizza out of the day. I think that's all that really happened for me. It was good too. It was really tasty. And pizza. Very free. Yes.
Did you find Kevin Bowens and show him what he's been missing?
There is no Kevin Bowens. He was there and he was gone. Like a figment of our imagination.
You had to show him what he was missing, right?
Who is Kevin Bowens? Much like schizophrenia, he doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
All right. Don.
I'd like to thank our guest Simi. I'd like to thank Sam, 3 in a row. That's a streak. I'd like to thank Dee Dee, of course. I'd like to also thank Greg, thank Classic. Also thank everybody here on the CSPN. Shout out to Rock Solid Radio, our new addition to the network. I'm glad to have them on. You guys check them out, subscribe, and rate and review them through the various means, SoundCloud, iTunes. Like I said, join us for the live tweet, WrassleCast, this Tuesday, 10 p.m. And thanks to everybody who joins us for broadcast, SmackDown Matters. Shout out to the Glow, and they know who they are. And that's it. So, Sam, your shout outs.
My shout outs this week are Lady Nikki, of course, Dee Dee, Arcus, Semi, Don, Classic, Mel, all the good people here. And also, shout out to, of course, Velveteen Dream for some reason. The African Dream. Shout out to him, of course. And I think that's it. So for episode 158, we are out of here. Is Donald already run upstairs?
Okay, who is it?
Wait till that.